This week, we're answering your questions. And if you have a question of your own, do send us a private message on our Facebook page. And here's our question for today. Hello po, Kuya Caloy. I just want a clear advice from you. I've been married for 22 years. My eldest child is 25 years old, but his biological father was my ex-boyfriend, but my husband accepted him and stood as father to him. We have 2 other children, and I'm happy that my children are all close to each other. I also told them the whole truth, but my husband doesn't know that our children know the secret to avoid any conflicts and arguments. My life with my husband for 22 years was a roller coaster ride. He is a man-child, and I don't remember anything that we did not fight or argue about for the last 22 years. The guy is without a backbone and only wants a comfortable life. Napakahirap pakisamahan. Everything that makes him uncomfortable is always blamed on me. He doesn't have work for 8 years now, and he is just on the computer every day. Minsan naglalaba o nagluluto kung gusto niya, pero pag tinoyo, hindi na po kikilos. The worst part is, uuwi ng lasing at mambibwisit sa amin. The past 3 years, I have been sleeping in our children's room because I have fallen out of love. I am a battered wife. I am emotionally, physically, and mentally abused by him. My son even told me now that if I want to separate from his dad, he will support me on my decision. God knows how I have been a good wife and how I have suffered for a long time with him. Lahat ng tao, tinatanong ako kung paano ako nakakatiis sa ganyang klaseng lalaki. I am confused. I am planning to leave him, pero on the other hand, nakokonsensya ako. Please help, and please call me Miss Capricorn. Thank you in advance. God bless you. Miss Capricorn, kapatid, nakikita ko kung gaano kahirap ang sitwasyon mo at kung bakit nahihirapan ka mag-decide kung ano ang gagawin mo. I believe this passage will provide the basic principle that should guide us in your situation. The Apostle Paul wrote in his letter to the Corinthians, "To the married I give this charge, not I but the Lord. The wife should not separate from her husband, but if she does, she should remain unmarried or else be reconciled to her husband, and the husband should not divorce his wife." At the very heart of God's desire is for married couples to stay together. Ito ang sinumpa ninyong dalawa ng kayo ay kasal, that you stay together for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do you part. But in Paul's letter, he did include this passage. He said, "But if the unbelieving partner separates, let it be so. In such cases, the brother or sister is not enslaved. God has called you to peace." If you and your husband do not share the same faith in God, if your husband refuses to submit himself to the lordship of Jesus Christ in his life, and obviously he does not, because he does not have the sense of responsibility to go and work, to provide for your family, and seems to be content in his self-indulgent ways. If your husband wants to separate from you, Paul said, let it be so. It is not right for you as a follower of Jesus to initiate the separation. But if it is your husband who will insist, let it be so. Because as Paul said, God called you to peace. However, if your husband continues to hurt you physically or causes you mental and emotional anguish, these are acts of violence against women according to our laws and are criminal acts. Should you decide to separate from your husband to escape harm, you are well within your rights to do so. You may even file a case against your husband to compel him to account for his crimes against you as a person. I pray that you will find peace in your marriage. Just remember, even in issues between husbands and wives, faith matters too.